Sé que me extrañas cada día. Si perdió el amor, lo siento, fue mala mía. Si fuera un cuento de fantasía, te llevaría a un paraíso y te besaría. Pero look at me, wide and talking in Spanish.
Hello and welcome yet again to another episode here at the Cardboard Cave podcast. And we're so close for Christmas and a new year. I hope you guys are ready for a new year with a lot of Magic the Gathering products. And as well, hey, we talked about it in the previous episode, so we might be talking about in this podcast as well about Riftbound, being the fact that we are so connected with this brand new TCG. But tonight we're going to be, well, tonight, I don't know, depending on the hour that you're watching this, we're going to be talking about, because apparently Hasbro or Wizard of the Coast don't understand the fact that Lorwyn is the new upcoming set for next year. But hey, how about we give you guys Marvel product like spoilers that you guys can be excited for a set that probably is not going to be that good, but we don't know yet. Let's see what happens moving forward with when spoiler season officially goes for Marvel Heroes. But before I go ahead and bring in our other cast members, let's go ahead and don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and as well comment below what is your favorite set of 2025. So let's go ahead and bring in the master of the dark arts and as well the master of the cube, the one and only JP.
Hey, what's up?
How are you doing, JP?
I'm doing pretty good.
Good, that's
and
awesome.
and we currently have a rare appearance.
Yes, we currently have a rare appearance, and he is the Jank Master himself, Chris.
Hello there. I am here like a shiny Pokemon appearing once every what is it, like 100 and something, like 1,000 tries or some BS. But yeah, here we are. Great to see you guys, and it is so good to be back for another episode.
That's amazing. So guys, we all know next year, the first set that is going to be coming up for next year is Lorwyn Eclipse. I think that a lot of us are super excited that we're going back to Lorwyn, seeing what is going to happen next in the Magic the Gathering lore. But like always, Wizard of the Coast has this. I think it's just an itch to be like, hey, I know that you are excited of Lorwyn, but we want you to forget about Lorwyn. We want you to focus on the Universe Beyond set that is up and coming next. So in today's MTG, well, it was not today, it was yesterday. Yesterday's MTG Weekly. That's I know that all of you know that MTG Weekly is a programming that they give you like updates in everything Magic the Gathering related. Let it be ruling, let it be worlds. That we, if I'm not mistaken, the winner of this year's Worlds Championship was is Seth Manfield. He took another Worlds on his belt, and from there they were like, hey,
Pretty controversial, actually.
oh, I have
Don't want
to.
to
I don't
talk
know
about
what
later.
happened at Worlds, but okay.
Ooh, we can touch on that later. I was seeing some comments from Seth. I forget his last name, but
Manfield.
no, not Manfield. Actually, it's Seth. What's his name? Dang it, I always forget his name.
There's another Seth.
I think so. Is that his name? Oh god, don't tell me I got that wrong. That'd be funny.
Well, while Chris looks for the name, so apparently in this MTG Weekly.
Ah, there we go. My bad. Not Seth. It's Saffron Olive. Jesus, I hope he doesn't see
Okay,
this.
Saffron Olive. Yeah.
But yeah, he was mentioning some pretty interesting stuff about the Worlds tournament. There was apparently a few blunders and some things that some judges should have intervened in and wasn't handled entirely the right way. But we can get to that some other time.
Yeah, we can get that in some other time. So let's go ahead. And what are your thoughts, guys, in regards to that? Lorwyn is our next upcoming set, and out of the blue, we got around. Tell you guys right now, we got 37 cards presented to us for the upcoming set of Marvel heroes, and not only cards from the main set. We have cards that have the comic book art, and as well, I think one of the scenery cards that it's from Fantastic Four. What are your thoughts in regards that they want us to forget about Lorwyn?
I don't think they want us to forget about Lauren, but the hype train can never stop. And since Lorwyn preview season is gonna start relatively soon in comparison to Marvel Heroes, they're gonna be like, wait, why reveal stuff from the next set when we can reveal stuff for the other upcoming set and be like, perpetual hype, you know? You just keep you hyped up on that juicy spoiler content, and just it's like you're already formulating like deck ideas, what cards are going to be good for the next upcoming standard sets, because some of these cards are pretty damn good, and you start thinking, okay, so in the next few standard sets, some cards are going to be good. If you're playing standard, you can buy the cards that you think are going to be good beforehand. People start building commanders, and again, Lorwyn's right around the corner.
Yeah, it is. It is. How about you, Chris?
Um, kind of in the same camp as JP in the sense that like I feel like it's just the perpetual hype train, and I am not exactly a fan of the perpetual hype train, but I do understand that it's potentially good to do it this way because of how Wizards sells their product to stores. Since they have to like order things with so much like anticipation, stores can kind of get an idea of how that product is going to sell by like getting these spoilers so early on. Um, but yeah, I just generally hate like capitalism. So here we are.
Okay, let's go ahead and jump in to talk about the cards. If I'm not mistaken, some of the cards are already presented and they're in their normal form and as well in their comic book form, because these cards have the same treatment as Spider-Man. So some of the cards will have like a normal card, a comic book card, and obviously an extended art card as well. So let's go ahead and jump in to the cards. So here we go. So here we have the comic book art styles. We have Namor, we have Captain America, we have Bruce Banner that flips to the to the first issue of the Incredible Hulk. And then we have the coming of Galactus as the comic book boxes. Being the fact that these are kind of a little hard to read, I am going to see if we can find them on the find the actual cards, normal artwork cards, so that we can read them
I mean,
a little bit better.
we'll get to them. We'll get to them.
Yes. So I'll go ahead and get the first one. There's a World War Hulk for 3 mana and 2 green. We have a saga, German saga, that the first chapter says the next red or green creature spell you cast this turn can be cast without paying its mana cost. Chapter 2, put 3 1+1 counters on target creature you control. And the last chapter is to choose target creature you control until end of turn, double its power and toughness, and it gains trample. Pretty simple.
What was that?
Immediately, just like commander card, play Atali. Oh look, 5 mana Atali. Woohoo!
Yep. Which is insane. If this comes up like in Brawl, that was going to be absolutely ridiculous too. I've been playing a lot of Brawl recently, and Itali has been like the bane of my existence lately.
Yeah, Itali is a very, very powerful card.
The next card is the Coming of Galactus. 2 black, and green for an enchantment saga. First mode is destroy up to 1 target non-land permanent. Mode 2 and 3 is each opponent loses 2 life, and number 4 is create Galactus, a legendary 16/16 black elder alien creature token with flying, trample, and whenever Galactus attacks, destroy target land.
Holy wow.
I think that like these are coming for standard, right? Am I right about
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, it is standard, but like you play this turn 5 if you haven't ramped, then
Isn't
you have to wait
Manowar's
until turn 9
Elfin
to get the
standard?
16/16, and
Selfish
then
mistake.
turn 10 to attack. You need to ramp this out in order
Yeah.
for it to be
Yeah,
of
for
any
sure.
use.
But I
Unless
don't
there's
think
like a
that's too
stall
hard
deck.
in the current meta, though, especially with the Badger.
At worst, I'm just thinking of this as a 5 mana destroy target and non-land permanent
Mm-hmm.
that you might get to make an opponent lose 4 life.
Yeah, I agree.
That's fair, yeah. Especially
Just if you
before they like try to
evaluate
get
it
rid of it.
that way, and ignoring chapter 4, I think it's still a decent card.
Yeah, I agree. I completely agree. Chris,
Yeah,
go ahead and
it
do.
just like hits a bunch of stuff that that normally you can't like just hit, and the fact that it's just targeting non-land permanent is always great. And it also reminds
Mhm.
me a lot. It's even the same colors as the other saga that came out in Kaldheim. Comes down for 4, destroys target permanent, I think it is, and then it looks for a land which
Yeah,
ramps you. So
yeah,
I do find it kind of interesting that it's kind of in that same vein, but it does give you that like nice little payoff at the end, which again is something that's probably going to be more relevant in Commander than it is in Standard, like you guys mentioned.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
Let's
Chris,
see
go
what
ahead
we
and
got
take away with
next.
Moon Girl and the Devil Dinosaur.
Yes, I have those guys right over here. I'm trying to get a bigger picture on my end because I cannot read that. But yeah, so Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur comes down for 1 generic mana, 1 green, 1 blue. It's a human dinosaur hero. It's a 2/2 that is very simic because it says whenever you draw your second card each turn, until the end of turn, Moon Girl and the Devil's Dinosaurs base power and toughness becomes 6/6 and they gain trample. You get a Carnage Tyrant if you draw an additional card. Solid. But even better, whenever an artifact you control enters the battlefield, you draw a card, and the ability only triggers once each turn, which, um, you know, they've been having to do that a lot to Simic lately.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a fan that Simic gets artifact based card draw. Doesn't feel very Simic. What does feel very Simic is drawing a second card and making it become a 6/6. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
For sure.
I understand that Moon Girl is like the smartest character in all of like Marvel, or at least up there. So them being artifact based makes sense, but I'm not a huge fan.
I feel like this only like I would like this card more if they include a little bit more flavor in the set and have like artifacts that have directly to do with Moon Girl and the Devil Dinosaur. Um, Otherwise, it's a really cool card, but not necessarily something that I would have like maybe like gone with for this set. I don't know. Maybe like I feel it's something that would have worked out better in like the Kaladesh set, or what's the other one called, Edge of Eternities, where you have like tons of interaction with artifacts and stuff like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Other than that, cool card, honestly.
I agree. I think it's a cool card. I think that it might see play pretty much in Standard. Um, I don't know. Let's see what happens when this comes out, because we have
I
to see
think
what
that it could
happens in the meta with
possibly
Lorwyn.
see. Yeah, I think it could get like into some really ridiculous stuff with like especially in Commander. Like I'm pretty sure this is going to be something that they're going to attempt to make the next Nadu if they can.
Maybe, maybe not. I don't know.
The thing is that you basically need like 2 different permanents to be entering
Yeah.
and like exiting the battlefield. But I don't know. It's like these days everything just seems
Everything
really
is
easy
possible.
to break. Yeah.
Yeah. Everything is possible. Anything is possible. Like the Lego movie song. Okay, so the next card is Quicksilver Brash Blur. For 1 red mana, you get a legendary creature mutant hero. And it's a 1/1. It says if Quicksilver Brash Blur is in your or opening hand, you may begin the game with him on the battlefield as haste. that has another ability called Power Up. So for 5 mana, 1 red and 4, you can put a 1/1 counter on. Oh wait, 1/1 counter and a double strike counter on Quicksilver. So for 5 mana, you can make Quicksilver a 2/2 and a double strike, and it's a counter. So wow,
I I really like this design space. A
I like
one mana 1/1 that just gets to start on the battlefield is very, very strong. Very, very interesting for a legendary creature, so you can't really have like four of these in your hand.
Mhm.
All of them can go into play at the same time, but then you
Mhm.
just only keep one. So it being a legendary creature actually matters. That's a very interesting design space. And having a way to power him up is also very good, because just having him in play and just have haste, then his power and toughness would be like at least a 2/2. But as a 1/1, being able to make him a 2/2 later on in the game, I feel like
Mhm.
that's pretty good.
Yep, I completely agree.
I
I
might
really do
even
like.
think about this. Like, I've been slowly using my notes app, and my previous notes. When I started making my first cube, and I
Heck
slowly
yeah.
started writing, like seeing what I like, and I might, test this out. Like, of course, my cube is nowhere near from being done. It's still in its infancy, but I've thought about it, and this is the type of card I would like to test out.
I really do like it. I think it's a fun card. It could be a great card in the meta, especially with everything that Avatar: The Last Airbender brought in for mono red. Is a great card, to start in. At least have a cup. I'm not gonna say have 4 copies, but it's a great one drop to have in the deck.
Yeah, if you're running like your deck around him, you'll probably run 3 copies in any case, which is kind of like how it goes for a lot of legendaries, especially in standard. The thing is that I think it's good, don't get me wrong, but aside from like, the usual role of like a hasty one drop in mono red, I don't know. I don't know if he can put in like that much work in current standard unless there's like more ways to buff him and be able to protect him like as the game goes on.
I do feel like the power up at 5 mana is a bit steep. If it were three in a red, I think having a 5 mana 2/2 double strike haste, you know, that still seems fair
Yeah.
and decently strong, but like still fair.
Honestly, he
At
kind of feels like
6
an
mana,
uncommon
because
rather
this
than a
is
rare.
a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that the fact that it wouldn't be an uncommon, being the fact that if it starts in your hand, you can play it. You have a card for free. So when you play your first land, you might have 2/1/1s, and probably the second one it has haste as well, because you still
Yeah,
have
that's cool.
Bloomborough. I think that in Bloomborough there is a one drop that has haste in red, so
Yeah.
you'll
I
be
think there's
doing two
actually more than
damage
one
in
really good.
turn one. So yeah, it's a great card. I like it. I like it.
For sure.
Who's
So
gonna take the
next
next one?
card is Thunderbolt's Conspiracy. Three and a black for an enchantment. It has flash. Whenever a villain you control dies, return it to the battlefield under its owner's control with a finality counter on it. That creature is a hero in addition to its other types.
Oh,
Pretty good.
I,
okay,
I
that's
I
pretty
love
good.
that it like works really well with like the Spider-Man set, and I like the idea that the Marvel set and the Spider-Man set are going to complement each other a lot. I'm hoping that this set is going to be not just better than the set, but also be able to like basically fill in like all the things that you like probably felt that was missing from the Spider-Man set to like make it a good set.
I like it. I really do like it a lot. It's a great card, as well. Not only the design space for this one is really interesting, because being the fact that we're gonna get more villains in standard, it complements a lot in regards to design space for standard. Obviously, I know that we usually talk a lot for Commander. This is a great card for Commander as well, being the fact that it has Flash. But in any case, for Standard, if you have 4 mana open and somebody does a board wipe, the fact that you can flash this in response and all your villains still come back, you know, it's a great card for like for design space in Standard. I really do like it.
Yeah, blue black villain seems like the theme that might be going on in the set, and I really like that.
Completely agree.
Oh, what
Hey,
do we got
Chris,
up
go
next?
take the next one. That it's
We got the
very
Super Scroll. The Super Scroll. I like calling this guy Great Value Kenrith. So this guy comes down for 1 generic mana and 3 black. I'm actually trying to find the bigger picture over here. There we go. These guys are 4/5 with flying. We're already looking at the really like decent stats, like keyword combination. Where I believe he's a little bit lackluster, it's what comes up next, with his next 4 abilities, right? So you have, for 2 and a white, you create a 0/4 colorless wall creature token with Defender. For 3 and a green, Super Scroll gets +4/+4 until the end of turn. And then for 5, so 5 mana, so it would be 4 and 1 red, Super Scroll deals 4 damage to target creature. And finally, target player draws 4 cards for 5 generic mana and a blue. I believe this could be a lot of fun in something like Commander, where you have stuff like Training Grounds and stuff that's going to reduce the cost of abilities.
1 mana for 0/4, 2 mana for +4/+4, 3 mana for 4 damage, and then 4 mana for draw 4. That's 4 mana draw 4 is crazy.
Yeah, exactly. So that's where I think it's really gonna like shine. In Standard, yes, there's a lot of like destroy and like creature removal, but I think this is potentially a really good piece for black just because it's a 4/5 flyer. Like those are pretty crazy stats. For 4 mana, by the way. So like we were already having trouble like getting rid of something like Sheoldred on top of like all the other stuff that she did that added a bunch of value, which this doesn't. But even then, like a 4/5 body is still pretty hard to get rid of, unless a 4/5 flying body specifically is just really hard to get rid of in like a lot of situations. So I think it's going to see more play than I expect, but I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of the other abilities without a way to reduce that cost.
Yeah, the other great thing about the card is the fact that there's a lot of like 2 color lands that give you both colors. So if you do a blue black villains deck, you can go ahead and like at least add 1 of each like dual lands, or depending on like which ones you want to like activate more frequent, you go ahead and add those lands in your deck. Let it be let's say white blue or black red. You can color combo each one, like they can have like a balance on the colors and not damage your mana base.
Also keeping in mind that we're getting shock lands in Lorwyn too.
Correct.
No, so that's we might be going back to like 4-color Standard like back in Tarkir.
Yeah, let's see what happens. I don't know. It's an interesting card. Anything else you want to say, JP?
No.
Okay, next card is Doom Reigns Supreme. So for 1 and black, you have an enchantment plan. So we have something different in this set. We have plan now. So it's probably a new mechanic. Whenever a villain you control enters, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Put a plan counter on this enchantment. When the 5th plan counter is put on this enchantment, sacrifice it. When you do, target opponent exiles the top 5 cards of their library. You may cast up to 2 spells from among the exile cards without paying their mana cost.
Insane.
This is ridiculous.
Doom always has a plan.
I know
Yep.
Doom always has a plan, but it's such a ridiculous card.
Oh yeah,
If there's a way to get a lot of cheap villains onto the battlefield, that could potentially get pretty nuts.
Yeah.
or just repeat villains, blinking,
Mm-hmm.
or just like exile, bounce.
Yeah, because
I mean, this
when
could like
they
with cheap with like low costed villains, you could even try to combine it with something like what's it called? The airbending? Was it? I forgot the name of that right now.
Ooh, yeah.
with airbending.
Yeah, man. Imagine you just exile your villain and then you just bring him back on a later turn. It's probably something that ETBs. So on top of that, you're getting like double value out of that.
Is whenever a villain you control enters. So I have I want to cover the next card.
Okay, next card.
Yeah, but before we move on, I actually just thought of something really funny, and I do hope that Wizards hears me on this, especially considering that we have that card, which made me think about schemes. It'd be really fun to get an archenemy set with this.
Ooh, okay,
That would be
Oh.
insane.
maybe
With Doctor Doom as the archenemy.
that would be so cool.
Oh,
And not
dude.
only that,
You could
the
totally
fact
do
that, like,
Doctor Doom in the Fantastic Four, and that would work out in the archenemy set perfectly.
yeah, that would be really dope. I like that idea. Yes, I like it. I like it.
So, Doctor Doom, 4 black for a 3/3 legendary creature, human scientist villain. When Doctor Doom enters, create 2 3/3 robot villain creature artifact creature tokens named Doombot. As long as you control an artifact, creature, or a plan, Doctor Doom has indestructible. At the beginning of your end step, you draw a card and lose 1 life.
Wow.
When he enters, you get 3 plan counters immediately.
Yeah.
Oh,
If
because the
you-
robot
if-
is a villain.
Yes,
it's a
that's why I
villain.
wanted to go to this immediately. It's a villain. So if you airbend this and then play it again for 2, you get 6
Crazy.
immediately.
Yeah.
Yes, that's a lot of mana. But there's a ways to cheat around mana in standard currently,
Yeah.
and we don't know what's gonna
black,
come
you know,
in,
like
in the next.
I like this.
and then
I
with ramp, you could totally like in a green black situation, you could absolutely
Mhm.
get this down into the battlefield turn 4 really easily. Ooh.
My problem
like
is at the point you're making 3/3s and then blink doom, you get 2 more, so now you have 5 3/3s. Is that not just a bit more win more at that point?
Considering how crazy things have been going with Badger Mole, I don't know if you've like seen like what they've been doing lately with that.
Yeah,
Like the way they just like
they
fill
just
the
take us
battlefield by
waiting.
turn 4. I think it's like black's kind of out in a certain sense to get enough blockers up to try and do something against how insane green has been getting. But then again, combining a strategy like Badger Mole with Doctor Doom, well, that might be win more, yeah, for sure.
Exactly. See,
what might
that's-
happen is that they probably banned the badger. Nobody knows. There has been already a lot of talk in regards to the ban of the badger, so
Yeah.
it might happen, but we don't know yet. Let's see what happens when Lorwyn comes out, because I imagine that they want to wait until Lorwyn is out to see if maybe the meta shifts a little bit. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe the badger becomes a much more key piece for more decks, and it becomes a more expensive card. Let's see what happens. Yeah, but I really do like Doctor Doom and the whole air bending plan. So Chris, go ahead and take the next one.
The next one is Baron Baron Helmut Zemo. I've only like briefly heard about this character. So this guy comes down for a dark ritual. So that's 3 black mana. Legendary creature, human noble villain. He's a 3/3. Whenever you cast a black spell from your hand, this guy connives, which I'm already liking. then he has the boast ability. If I'm not mistaken, boast is when you attack, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it activates as long as you attack during.
Are you looking for the #1 local game store here in Puerto Rico? I got it for you. It's called Titan Games. They are located in Caguas and in Rio Piedras. As well, they have their own website, titanhobbygames.com. There you guys can find your favorite TCGs and much more in their website. That's not all. Just pass by. Every week there's an event and there's a lot of things you can do with Titan Games. All of their information are in the description below, so pass by and check them out.
The turn, and then you can exile any number of black cards from your graveyard with 15 or more black mana symbols among their mana cost. Copy those exiled cards, and you may cast 3 of the copies without paying their mana cost. Insane for Commander.
I'm pretty sure there's a win somewhere around there. There's an auto win.
Yeah. You can probably, like, especially in Commander, you just kind of like find a way to put your whole library into your graveyard, and then just, or not even your whole library, just like really specific key, like big costed cards. Like off the top of my head, you can probably do something with Villas really easily because he's already 8 mana, and then if you have something like the what's the dragon, the dragon with the saw and half combo. I forgot the name right now.
Hoarding Root Lord.
Yeah.
Yes, I believe so. And then, like I can see that easily getting out of hand, especially with something like, just go get a Buried Alive. It's really fun. I like that it still kind of like bogs you down in the sense that you do still have to attack with him to be able to like get that started. But that's about it. Like everything else about this is pretty damn cool. He gets bigger throughout the course of the game. Like I feel like he's kind of like Diet like Crick almost.
Yeah. I think that was something that I think that was something that I think what Carlos was asking Gomez about that, like, oh, you can add him in the Kirik commander deck. They're like, yeah, you can add it, but he's not like as quick as what you think, but it's still super interesting.
But the connive on a Crick deck though.
Oh yeah, it is. It's still a good card because you can connive a lot in a Crick deck. So well, let's go ahead and go to the next one. Next one is your
JP was gonna say something about the card now.
All right. I'm gonna say something. Right?
It's interesting that they made the Nazi a black card.
I did not see that one coming. That's solid.
I did not see that coming.
Anyways, Namor. Go ahead, John.
Namor the Submariner, your favorite Marvel villain. For 1 and 2 blue, you get a legendary creature, mutant merfolk. The villain has flying. And then Namor's power is equal to the number of merfolk you control. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell with 1 or more blue mana symbols, in its mana cost, create that many 1/1 blue merfolk creature tokens. So power is depending on how many merfolk you control, and has 4 toughness. It's really interesting that at least in this set, we are getting this is something that I think that probably Wizard of the Coast wants to do. I think that they want to get to that sweet spot. I don't know if you guys remember, there was a time that all of the meta decks were all super different. We had merfolk, we had dinosaurs, we had mono red, we had
stuff floating around.
Exactly. So we had a lot of tribal stuff, and that is, I think that is what they're trying to lean on, because one of the cards that we will talk about that it's on top of Dr. Doom. The fact that they're giving so much support to other creature types, it's interesting, because then instead of like seeing your typical mono red deck, your typical blue white control, or whatever other decks are right now in the meta, you will see like, hey, so yeah, there is a very nice percentage that you will see blue black villains, or mono blue merfolk, or simic merfolk. So it's really cool to see the support. What do you guys think about that?
I do want to mention Lorwyn has Merfolk.
Okay.
The next
We're gonna
set,
get to that. Yup.
Merfolk will appear, and then the set after that, Namor comes and helps buff that deck.
Yeah.
I like this. Yeah, I totally
The
like.
only thing I really have to say about this is that that is most likely gonna be my like commander from this set that I definitely want to build, because I've been looking for an excuse to build like a Merfolk tribal for a while, and this is definitely it.
But you would need to find one that if you're gonna make it Simic, or unless you want to make it mono blue.
Correct. The idea is to make it mono blue and use stuff
Okay.
like Patron Wizard, and there's this Merfolk that creates Merfolk tokens whenever you counter spells, and
Oh,
then you can tap Merfolk to counter a spell. I think it was, and I've been trying to make that work for so long, and I feel like this is finally the chance.
amazing, amazing. This is a great card. It's a great card. Very interesting one.
Next card, Bruce Banner, blue. There's just one blue for a legendary creature, human scientist hero. He is a 1/1. You pay X and an X and tap him to draw X cards, and you can only activate that as a sorcery. Or you can pay 2 red, red, green, green, and transform him into the Incredible Hulk. Or you could also just cast him as 2 red, red, green, green for a legendary creature, Gamma Berserker Hero. Interesting typing for Gamma.
Yeah.
It's an 8/8 reach trample and has the Enrage ability. Whenever the Incredible Hulk is dealt damage, put a +1 counter on him. If he is attacking, untap him, and there's an additional combat phase after this phase. People have already found out that there's a few cards in the game that deal damage to creatures, and you can trigger this mid-combat. So Pyrohemia is one of them. But the older one is Caltrops, which says whenever a creature attacks, Caltrops deal 1 damage to them. So you just attack with the Incredible Hulk. Caltrops deals 1 damage. He gets the +1 counter to counteract that damage, and then you get an extra combat phase after that. Because that happens every single time you attack, there you go. That's an infinite. Now the thing is, Hulk doesn't have haste. The Hulk can still be blocked. Like he's not. He just gets a +1 counter. He's not indestructible. So there are ways around that, and I'm pretty sure there's gonna be at least someone who's gonna try to make Hulk work in standard. I don't think he was, which is I still think it's a tragedy that this is how things are, but I don't think he was designed with standard in mind.
That's a fair assumption. I feel like this guy's just what's it called? Like the badger that came out. I think it's like a badger or a mole. That's also in those colors. Well, it doesn't have blue, but that's my point. It's like, they just added Bruce Banner to the other card essentially, which I don't think is like a bad thing. I think this is really cool. I like the idea of Bruce Banner being mono blue, and then on the backside like Hulk being like an entirely different color and all that. Feel like it really like both of the colors reflect both of the characters' personalities really, like, especially well. I don't know. I don't got a lot to say about it. It's really fun. It does something really similar that the other guy used to do. But if I'm not mistaken, I don't know if the Badger comes down for less mana or just the same. I can't remember.
I think it comes out for the same. I think it's the same. But I know which card you're talking about.
Yeah, the one that if it gets blocked, you get an additional combat.
It's a mole.
And it has like a mana.
Rat,
and it has like a mana
like
ability that'll force people to block and stuff like that. I think this is really interesting, and I think again, like JP mentioned, this wasn't built with standard in mind. Definitely something that I feel was like almost tailor made for Commander, especially with so many ways to get that one turn, like first turn haste type of thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so Chris, go ahead and get your Merfolk on fire.
I remember seeing this and being very excited when it like first dropped. That would be a Tuma Atlantean Warlord. It's a what's that like a what's that word I'm looking for? It's a slightly expensive costed Merfolk Lord coming in at 2 colorless mana and 2 blue. Other Merfolk get +1/+1, but the part where he gets better is whenever one or more Merfolk attack a player, draw a card. Best thing about this, the card draw triggers on attack, not on combat damage, so this is already better than something like Thassa's Bident. Again, there's just not a lot to say about it. I think it's really good, and I think that it opens a lot of doors for Merfolk being in standard. This being something that you like, you probably kept your mana open for a while, trying to like put a bunch of little Merfolk on the battlefield. Suddenly, you got this guy to buff them. You go in and attack and just hold up like whatever counter spell or whatever you can get off of that card draw. That's perfect. I love it.
I like it. It's a good card. Again, the whole tribal thing being like buffed for future sets, that's great. So let's go to the next card, the Sentry Golden Guardian. So for 4 mana, 1 white and 3, you have a legendary creature human hero, 5/5, with flying, vigilance, indestructible. When Sentry enters, target opponent creates the Void, a legendary 5/5 black horror villain creature token with flying, indestructible, and the Void attacks each combat if able.
So I'm playing Commander. I play the Sentry, and before it resolves, I make a deal with someone and just say, "Hey, so this is two-headed Commander now, right?"
Exactly.
And now we just team up
and destroy the
beat
other
people
player.
with the Sentry and the Void.
Yeah. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Really fun. Yeah. I like that take a lot.
I like that take a lot. I really do. I really do. That was fun. I think it's simple card. It's a simple card.
Yeah.
Simple.
So I'm very interested to know like what the token looks like. That's gonna be very interesting. It'd be nice if it were like the colors inverted.
Yeah.
Color inverted, or even like invert like the pose almost, like having the shadow do like the same pose but like towards the other side.
Yeah.
Probably. If you have seen Thunderbolt, you will see Sentry in both forms.
Yeah.
So next card, Captain America Super Soldier, 1 white for a legendary creature human soldier hero that is a 3/2 with first strike. When Captain America enters with a shield, Captain America enters with a shield counter. As long as Captain America has a shield counter on him, you and other heroes you control have hexproof.
This is such a
really strong. Maybe my brain is like not like catching something, but to me that feels pretty damn strong.
It is
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
So you want to kill Captain America? Well, he has a shield counter, so it's Shalai, but them they protect themselves, and it's only for specific heroes.
But it's good because again, the whole tribal situation here, so you have Spider-Man is already available as a set, and if I'm not mistaken, I think that they all have heroes, and not all of them, but I think specific Spider-Mans have like hero on their creature type. So again, so here we go again with the tribal situation. So it's really good. So this is getting me excited that probably this set is not going to be a flop. I don't know. But at least the tribal aspect of it, I like it. I really do like it.
I can't wait to see somebody put together an Avengers deck for sure. A 5-color Avengers deck.
Yes.
Oh, it'd be so fun.
You know what they should do? Wizard of the Coast. I don't know. I know that you guys already designed these cards, but you should make a 5-color Watcher. The Watcher with the Joda skin.
Oh.
The Joda that looks for legendaries. that does the
Yeah.
legendary cascade, that would be phenomenal.
You know what? I'm kind of surprised hasn't been spoiled. I mean, or at least they just haven't like alluded to it yet. Nick Fury.
We have to wait.
Yeah, I'm really hoping that's another one that I really hope pops up in the set. Nick Fury. I would be a little bothered if they kind of just like pull the same thing they kind of did with Spider-Man and just put out a bunch of stuff that like a bunch of heroes that we already have printed when there's like a bunch of space to add a bunch of like stuff from the Marvel
I
universe.
don't think so because Spider-Man was rushed. This one has been, this was a set that they have been working on. So
I find it interesting you mentioned Nick Fury because I'd find it hilarious if the normal standard art for it is basically Samuel L. Jackson copy, and then the comic book alternate version art is like the white blonde guy with the eye patch. That'd be funny.
oh God, that would be funny. That would be funny. Whose turn is it now? I don't remember. I think it's Chris's turn.
I'll,
don't even
I
know
mean,
who's
I'll,
doing
I'll
so.
go again. I love the thing.
Heck yeah, go ahead.
La
Go ahead.
Mole. The thing. For those of you who don't know, the thing in Spanish is la mole, which makes no sense because that is not a direct translation. But anyways,
Yeah.
the thing 5 in a green for a 5/5 legendary creature, human hero, trample. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if you've cast a non-creature spell this turn, put 4+1/+1 counters on the thing. Whenever the thing attacks, you may pay red, green, white, and blue. When you do, double the number of counters, double the number of each kind of counter on any number of target permanents you control. I don't know. He
God,
seems
wait,
interesting. I feel like
that is something.
a 6, like because he's 4 colors. If you, I'm just spitballing here and just you use a ritual to cast him. Then you go to combat. He's a 9/9 immediately.
Wait, please explain further. Go again.
You casted a ritual. You got to 6 mana. You cast him. Now you go to combat. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if you cast a non-creature spell this turn, which a ritual usually is, put 4+1 counters on the thing. So he immediately becomes a 9/9.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh shit, it's clobbering time.
Yeah, straight up. We got the Human Torch. That guy comes down for 3 generic mana, 1 red. He is a legendary creature human hero. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if you cast a non-creature spell this turn, the Human Torch gains flying, double strike, and haste until the end of turn. Whenever the Human Torch attacks, you can pay red, green, white, blue, the same as all the other Fantastic Four. And if you do until the end of turn, when he deals combat damage to an opponent, he deals that much damage to each opponent. Flying double striker with haste that smacks the entire table?
Yes.
Sign me the heck up.
Yes.
Again, is it like, I think that it has the same problem as the thing in terms of like it being steeply, like, the cost being kind of steep, but that is so much fun.
Just for letting our viewers know, these cards are not going to be part of the set. This is a scenery set. This is those.
So you get all 4.
You get all 5. Dr. Doom is right in it. Dr. Doom appears in the Human Torch's artwork.
Ooh, so it's gonna be Dr. Doom, Invisible Woman, Mr. Fantastic, Human Torch, and the Thing. Because the Thing's clobbering Doombot. Okay, yeah, I see it now.
And this is the other interesting part. If you guys all notice, the Fantastic Four, the cost that you can pay additional when they attack, is their colors. So it's red, green, white, and blue. So there is a missing color. And the missing color is a black. So Dr. Doom is your missing color. So I imagine that probably being the fact that they all have like a paid whenever they attack, they get like a payoff, they paying for the 4 color mana. Probably, I don't know, this is just me speculating because Dr. Doom is not shown in this preview set, in the previews. But I imagine that Dr. Doom either has, whenever Dr. Doom attacks, you pay Uborg, you pay the 5 colors, or you pay maybe 1 black and 4 colorless mana, or 1 black and 3, just to maintain the whole Fantastic Four theme in
I
regards to
see
pay.
what you mean.
It would be interesting. I really do. I'm now very curious on what what the Doctor Doom card does. But as soon as I saw these cards in one of the chats, I was immediately like, I want the Fantastic Four. They are my favorite Marvel heroes, superheroes. So I really, really want to see not only these, because probably these are like exclusive for the scenery box, but if they do have like their own cards in the main set, I want to see what they do as well, because I just want to like have a whole deck just themed out with the Fantastic Four. So being meaning on that, I really do like the Human Torch. Very interesting build. It's really high costed. Um, but let's go ahead and leeway to Mr. Fantastic. So for 2 and 1 blue, we have a 2/4 Vigilance Reach, legendary creature, human scientist, hero. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if you cast a non-creature spell, this turn you can draw a card. If you pay um, the 4-colored mana, you can tap Mr. Fantastic, copy target trigger ability you control twice. You may choose a new target for this copy. This is interesting. Again,
If
I think that the build is for these 4 cards.
I kind of think like if you were to run a Fantastic Four deck, you're gonna want to run Mr. Fantastic just because at the very least, if you have Mr. Fantastic out on the field and you cast a non-creature, you can tap him at the beginning of combat to copy his own ability, and then you just draw 3 cards. At worst, draw 3 cards. That's pretty good.
For 4 mana is absolutely not bad at basically instant speed.
Yeah.
Yep. That would be
I also
great.
think it's really cool that since all of them have like the same cost to pay at the bottom, you could run a Fantastic Four deck in which you're running all of the Fantastic Four and simply switch the primary commander to each, like to any of the 4 of them.
Mm-hmm. Unless I doubt that Dr. Doom is 5-color, because I know that the whole idea is to have like a 4-color heroes deck with Fantastic Four, but I that's why I'm so intrigued on what Dr. Doom looks like, because it will be interesting.
Yeah.
Going to the next card.
The last card for the Fantastic Four is Invisible Woman. 2 and a white for a legendary creature, human hero, 3/3. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if you've cast a non-creature spell this turn, create a 0/3 colorless wall creature token with Defender and Reach. Whenever you attack, you may pay red, green, white, and blue. When you do, target creature gets +1/+0 until end of turn for each creature you control and can't be blocked this turn. So you make the thing unblockable.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh,
Definitely.
yeah, I see what you mean. I thought you were saying the thing as in like the random
No,
thing.
no,
I'm
like
but no,
whenever
she's a defender,
you do,
but yeah, no, my brain
yeah,
like,
so
finally clicked.
No, cast a non-creature spell, make some mana, attack with the thing. He's a 9/9. Give him +1/+0. Unblockable, trample. That's pretty good.
hit you in the face, it's clobbering time.
Yo,
Every time you attack with the thing, you have to say the words.
Guess what time it is?
It's clobbering time.
Oh, man.
So those are at least the cards that were from the main set and as well from the scenery set that for the Fantastic Four. I imagine that they're gonna have other scenery sets because I have been noticing that they are launching around 3 scenery sets per these Universe Beyond sets. Because for Final Fantasy there was 3 plus they had 2 different products, the Chocobo bundle and the Commander deck that was based off the Final Fantasy. The whole deck would have like sceneries from the Final Fantasy video game, Final Fantasy 7 video game. So I imagine that for this one we will have a couple of scenery boxes and obviously secret layers, because the next cards, I don't know if they are like reprints that are going to be inside the set, like for Spider-Man, that you could pull a reanimate with a Spider-Man cover, a comic book cover art. So in this case, we have a lot of reprints that will have artwork from different comic books of the Marvel comic book line. So we have Horn of Greed. We have 3 different heroic interventions. We have Force of Vigor, Chaos Warp. We have Massacre Girl, being Elektra, Deadly Assassin. We have Extinction Events. That's when Thanos does the snap. Dottie Void Walker is Widow making Infiltrator. We have the Lord of Atlantis as Namor. And then we have Namor again, once again, but as Hairbringer of the Sea. We have I forgot this guy's name. Is this Khan? Khan the Conqueror. Khan and the Conqueror with Dick Through Time, and then Ephemerate with oh man, I forgot her name as well. She comes out in
This is one of the Marvels.
yeah, this is one of the Marvels. So these are just something that I think that we knew that was going to happen. So we are going to have a collection of like reprints inside the set where you can get maybe your favorite card as a Marvel comic book, either strip or Marvel character. So seeing these 37 cards, guys, what are your final thoughts in regards to what we got to see?
I'm actually quite excited. I feel like the power level is going to be relatively low for the set and very flavorful. And I think that's going to be very good and healthy for standard. Mostly because I half expect that Lorwyn is going to be a very powerful set. Mostly because Edge of Eternities wasn't like, at least from what I've seen, a mega powerhouse. Then Spider-Man wasn't a mega powerhouse.
Mm-hmm.
Avatar has been quite important, and that makes me feel like they're gonna underestimate the power level and make Lorwyn very important again. And then the next 2 sets are gonna be like a lot more tamer, which includes the Marvel heroes.
How about you,
Yeah.
Chris?
Um, Same thing. I'm pretty much excited for the set. The only thing that I like, I don't know, I was kind of overthinking, is that I could be wrong because I feel like the Avatar set was pretty solid, but like that it's easy a lot of times for Wizard to make um the Universes Beyond sets relatively weak in terms of like design and also like, you know, the cards in general in the set. Because they probably know that regardless, it's going to sell anyways. But then again, you know, if they make a set that's both well designed in terms of like the flavor and also well designed in terms of how like it interacts with standard, it's going to be the way to maximize their profits. And I think, and I hope that they understood that after the Spider-Man set for sure.
Yeah, I agree. For me, I'm interested in this set. I'm really interested in the whole tribal aspect. I think one of the things that I really do like about Magic the Gathering as a TCG is whenever they blend in or make tribal decks like much more when they start like making product that you can do like tribal decks, it leans on to me to go back and play like either standard or build more commanders. Like right now, the two commanders that I'm building is whatchamacallit is Noctis and the Fire Lord. I don't know where she's at. Oh, she's in the box. So Fire Lord Azula. So yeah. So
That's hopefully, fingers crossed, gonna be my like avatar set, like commander deck for sure.
so the fact that this set is giving me the inspiration to like, hey, so I want to build a Fantastic Four commander, or a Avengers commander deck. It's so much fun. So I'm really happy. And let's see what happens moving forward with this Marvel Hero set, even though I'm very excited for Lorwyn. So just crazy for spoiler season to start. So let's go ahead and do the round table like we always do. Chris, where can the people find you?
Right now, people can probably find me on social media at this point. Actually, no, it's all private. So right now, it's really difficult to find me unless I'm here in the Cardboard Cave podcast. And how about you, JP? Where can people find
you? You can find me here in the Cardboard Cave podcast. How about you, John?
Well, guys, you can find me here in the Cardboard Cave podcast as well. We are already planning some collabs for next year. So next year we might be joining in a standard MTG Arena tournament. So let's see, for creators. So let's see what happens with that. There will be more details when we get the full invite. Already spoken with the coordinator to see what are the next upcoming steps. Obviously, we already have a couple events that are already set in stone, so just pay attention to our social media so that you guys can know which are the upcoming events that we are going to be as a team. We're going to have the board game Grotto space in two of the events, and the other one is that we got invited for Puerto Rico Comic-Con. So we're still awaiting for more details on Puerto Rico Comic-Con, that you guys can know where we're going to be located and what we're going to be doing. And nothing, guys, as well, you can find me at Reelin Films if you're interested in movies and movie reviews. So nothing, guys. Hope you guys have an amazing, great rest of your weekend. Stay safe. Happy holidays. Happy New Year. We will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
Rope until I cut it, bala pa tu cabeza, para delicadeza, habla la realeza, salva naturaleza, method for your mentalities, kill them with no fatalities, happy with all the cannabis, welcome to your reality.